I want to. I was going to ask the second part of the show, but I'm really curious what you think about Donald Trump. I mean, he is the Sarah Palin of the Republicans. He is a bag of wind. I mean, I think he's an embarrassment to the Republican Party.
I think he's been a bit of a laughing stock. I think that he's...
Well, he's not a laughing stock, dude, because he's got 23%. He's way in the lead.
Well, I know, but his...
So that's not a laughing stock. So we'll see what the polls in this latest barrage of bullshit that's come out of his mouth, right?
I can't believe that he's done as well as he has. With
saying that McCain was not a war hero because he got caught shows how stupid this man is. That's just a dumb person. That's just a dumb person.
I mean, I was reading something that there have been a few newspapers in the States that have said we're no longer going to even cover his campaign. Basically, we're going to if we talk about it, we'll put it in the entertainment section when we talk about the Kardashians.
The newspapers are full of shit.
Laughing stock. I think there are certain people that just are not taking him very seriously.
Yeah, but the newspapers are full of shit because they will cover him because he's news.
Well, he's a name, right? Everyone wants...
No, but he's news. Even if he wasn't a name, he's running for the most prestigious leadership in the world, the President of the United States of America, the most powerful country, the most economic force in the world. So even if it's do you remember Ross Perot? Did you ever hear of Ross Perot? Ross Perot didn't have any TV shows. I never heard of Ross Perot until he decided to run for the President of the United States. And then he would say a bunch of shit, and he was saying paranoid stuff, and he was saying some crazy shit.
If it was some ham and egger that was up there saying the things that Donald Trump's been saying, he wouldn't get the publicity. But because it's Donald Trump,
I would say anybody who's running for president of the United States and starts talking like a moron,
right,
will get coverage. And I think it's just big. It's just much bigger, right? Because he's got a bigger mouth.
Donald Trump. Yeah, I mean, I know when I...
But he's blown his brand. I mean, he had a brand. He had a show. He owned the Miss American pageant. He had he licensed his name to suits. Macy's threw him out. I think that he's... I don't know if it's Macy's, one of the department stores in the United States. Guys, find out if it was Macy's or J.C. Penney. I think it's J.C. Penney, not Macy's. But you guys find out the facts.
Some people say that, bad publicity. Listen, the publicity is publicity, so bad is fine. But the thing is, I mean, with his Miss American pageant, I know a lot of the judges dropped out because of the things that Donald Trump was saying. There's been so much negative.
The main Telemundo, which was the main broadcaster, right?
Yeah.
They dumped it.
That's right.
Frank, you were right on the first.
So much negativity based on his...
It was Macy's, eh?
Yeah.
I'm surprised Macy's would even carry that to begin with. So I'm just telling you that I think there's good out of bad and bad out of good. I think the good thing is it's made everybody aware. Even in Canada, we have the same problem. We bitch and complain about the politicians, but nobody goes out and votes.
Right.
And Americans have huge problem with voter turnout. People are so jaded that they think everybody's full of shit. But then they complain about who's in power.
Not too many people trust politicians these days.
Well, it's hard to trust a politician because all politicians suffer from the same disease. They get amnesia the day they're elected.
That's right. All the things they promised, they forgot.
Yeah, they're completely fucking,
Yeah.
And they're Donald Trump right now has got a bit of a wave going, but I think he's going to drown himself with his own wave.
I think so. I can't imagine someone that has such extreme views as him.
My prediction is that Hillary Clinton's going to win and become the next president of the United States.
She's the big favorite, and obviously...
Well, she's very bright.
Yeah.
Her and her husband were very popular. They won 2 terms among all the scandal and all the crap, right?
Yeah, Monica Lewinsky didn't help, but you're right.
But
survived it.
But they won 2 terms, and he was going to be impeached, but he became the peach of the politicians.
And Hillary has come across as very intelligent, and she
Well, she is very intelligent.
Well,
It's not a game. She's a very smart lady.
Well, I
an
agree.
extremely well seasoned politician, and she's been in the White House. Trump should just be on a fucking golf course. He's not a well seasoned politician. I'm sure that he's gonna, this is gonna cost him. He's gonna come under very, very, very close scrutiny. And some of the things that he's saying about how rich he is or how wealthy he is and what his net worth is, the problem is when you open your mouth, you catch flies sometimes, that have already eaten shit, and you end up eating shit. So he's got to be very damn sure that anything that he's claiming on his behalf of his person, of his personal wealth, and what he's accomplished is fact, because I can guarantee you, they will put a microscope up his ass.
Oh, people will go after him, and they will look for.
I'm talking about his opponents, because he's attacking his opponents now.
Yeah, they'll look for anything.
It's like he's using the word stupid, and he's saying a bunch of I don't know. At the beginning, I think he was a bit of a novelty, but now I think he's just becoming annoying.
Yeah, I have no time for him personally.
Yeah, but you will read it, Eric. You're a bright guy.
You'll read it. That's what I know about it. You're right.
On social media or in a newspaper. You'll read it.
Of course, I'll read it.
That's what we do. We're curious. We're curious fucking people.
Yeah, listen. I read a few of his posts on Facebook today about claiming certain people don't respect war veterans, and this person is this, and he's just been on it.
But he's talking out both sides of his mouth. He's saying people don't respect war veterans, and then at the same time he's calling John McCain not a hero because he got caught. I mean, you got to be a big fucking asshole to say something like that.
It's a contradiction.
Well, you got to be stupid to say something like that. He was in a prison, They probably tortured him. They tried to make him talk, and he didn't say nothing. He's a hero.
I'd love
the story.
I'd love to see what Donald Trump would have done under those circumstances.
He would have tried to make a deal.
Yeah, try to buy them off. Exactly. Who can I?
Yeah, but or give him some chips. It's really bizarre. Some of the stuff, and he's supposed to be a well-seasoned businessman. It's bizarre to me, the stuff that's coming out of his mouth. And what about his handlers? Is there anybody?
I know, just because you're a businessman doesn't mean you're going to make a great politician. So
I agree, but you at that level, he's always had a lot of people around him, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Handlers, right?
People around him should probably be
enough of him. I think he's gonna, like I said, he created some waves, and by the waves that he's created himself, one of them's going to knock him right into the water. I think he's destroyed himself on this one here, and politicians are very sharp, shrewd, and vindictive people, so they will fix him up.